For the first time in 2026, Rays win, Rays win, Rays win.
I'm walking on sunshine. I'm walking on sunshine.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Tampa Bay Sports Daily and another episode, our third episode of Rays Recap, and a finally victorious edition of Rays Recap on this third day of the MLB season, as the Tampa Bay Rays topped the St. Louis Cardinals in a slugfest, 11-7, and this game was a doozy, to put it in short order. 18 runs on the board, lot of hits, good baseball. 17 hits for Tampa Bay, 11 for St. Louis, and 1 error for the Rays. Let's dive right into this game breakdown as it started in the second inning as Johnny DeLuca doubles home Chandler Simpson, giving the Rays a 1-0 lead, and then DeLuca scores on a wild pitch a couple plays later, and then Yandy Diaz singled, and then Carson Williams scored on that, and that made it 3-0. And then in the third inning, Cardinals got on the board on a bad throw from Richie Palacios. He tried to glove pitch it over to Jonathan Aranda, and he missed, and it was just a tough out to get, and I honestly do not know why Richie Palacios thought he could get him out, but he couldn't, and it ended up being the way it did, so that made it 3-1. But then in the responding inning, the top of the fourth, Yandy Diaz doubled to score Fiducia. Jonathan Aranda doubled very next pitch to score Yandy, and then again Cedric Mullins doubled to score Jonathan Aranda. So Rays got 3 more runs then, and in this game they scored in bunches. They really did. They scored in 4 innings, and they just scored in bunches, getting another 3 runs in this inning. And then a Jordan Walker home run in the bottom of the fourth made it 6-4. And this is when things got worrying. You knew that the Rays had blown a couple leads in this series before, and now they are about to do it again. And it was no score for a while. I mean, it was 6-4 up to the 8th inning when Yandy Diaz singled to make it 7-4, and then Jonathan Aranda singled to make it 8-4, and then Cedric Mullins hit a sacrifice fly to make it 9-4, and it was another 3-run inning for Tampa Bay. So far they had in this game they had 3 3-run innings, and most of the time that'll win you baseball games. But then in the 8th inning, Nolan Gorman homered to make it. Nolan Gorman homered to make it 9-5, and then Pa has homered to make it 9-7, and you're like, here we go again. Rays are blowing a late lead, and it's tough, but then the Rays put up 2 in the 9th on a sacrifice bunt. DeLuca scored on that, and then Yandy Diaz reached on an infield single, which Williamson scored, and it was 11-7, and that was all she wrote. Rays get the shutdown inning in the 9th, and Rays get their first win, and a pretty good one. Offenses look great. They lead the league in hits right now with 41. They also lead the league in singles and batting average. So they're getting on base. The offense isn't the problem. It's the pitching right now for Tampa Bay. And they fixed that tonight against Milwaukee. They won 3-2 tonight. But we'll break that game down tomorrow, obviously. But a good win for Tampa Bay. I mean, like, after these first 2 heartbreaking losses, it was great to see them come out and quickly respond and just build on that lead. And it's just a response you want to see from a team that lost the first 2 games really toughly in a long MLB season. And it's just a great response and a solid win for Tampa Bay in their first win of the season. Again, hits were 17-11. Rays got a lot of hits, no home runs, and they actually had 10 people left on base, so they could have scored a lot more runs in this game. But Steve Matz looked really good. Just adding final points here. Steve Matz looked really good other than the 3-run homer he gave up. He looked solid, and bullpen looked a lot better. Other than the eighth inning, a little bit. They just shut the door, actually, finally, and just really improved from the previous two games. And it's nice to see that bullpen's finally settling in as we round about the first week of the season. 4 games in now, and it's good to see, because the Rays weren't expected to do that great, but beating teams like St. Louis, like Milwaukee tonight, it's just going to show that they can hang around with some people, and once divisional play comes around, it's going to be tough to see and watch, but we'll see how they do as they have 5 more games on the road, 2 more in Milwaukee and then 3 in Cincinnati, and then they're finally back home at Tropicana Field. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I know it was a quick recap, but there was a lot of offense in this game, but a lot quick to talk about. When these games are very offensive, it's very quick and to the point because you're just talking about the scoring. There's not much pitching to talk about, but the Rays did pitch well in this game yesterday. And that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss a recap, and go Rays.
I'm walking on sunshine.